Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 284, The Silent Witness. Detective Sarah Blake had seen many strange cases in her career, but this one was different. It all started on a rainy Tuesday evening when she received a call about a suspicious death at the old mansion on Elm Street. The mansion had a dark history, and the locals believed it was haunted. When Sarah arrived at the scene, she was greeted by Officer James, who briefed her on the situation. The victim is Mr. Harold Thompson, a wealthy businessman. He was found dead in the study. No signs of forced entry, and nothing seems to be missing, James explained. Sarah nodded and entered the mansion. The air was thick with the smell of old wood and dampness. She made her way to the study, where Mr. Thompson's body lay sprawled on the floor. His face was twisted in a grimace of pain, and his hand clutched his chest. It looked like a heart attack, but Sarah's instincts told her otherwise. She examined the room carefully. The study was filled with antique furniture, books, and a large ornate mirror on the wall. Sarah's eyes were drawn to the mirror. It seemed out of place, almost too new for the room. She walked over and inspected it closely. There was a faint smudge on the glass, as if someone had touched it recently. "James, did anyone touch this mirror?" Sarah asked. "No, ma'am. We secured the scene as soon as we arrived," James replied. Sarah frowned and continued her investigation. She noticed a small hidden camera on the bookshelf, pointing directly at the mirror. "Interesting," she muttered. She took out her phone and called the tech team to retrieve the footage. While waiting for the team, Sarah decided to speak with the household staff. Mrs. Green, the housekeeper, was visibly shaken. "Mr. Thompson was a kind man. I can't believe he's gone," she said, wiping her tears. "Did Mr. Thompson have any enemies or anyone who might want to harm him?" Sarah asked gently. Mrs. Green hesitated. "Well, there was Mr. Collins, his business partner. They had a big argument last week. Mr. Thompson accused him of embezzling funds." Sarah made a note of this and continued her questioning. The other staff members didn't provide any useful information. Just as she was about to leave, the tech team arrived with the footage. Sarah watched the video intently. It showed Mr. Thompson working at his desk, then suddenly clutching his chest and collapsing. But what caught her attention was the reflection in the mirror. A shadowy figure appeared behind Mr. Thompson just before he fell. The figure reached out and seemed to touch the mirror, leaving the smudge Sarah had noticed earlier. "Enhance that part," Sarah instructed the technician. The image became clearer, revealing the face of Mr. Collins. Sarah immediately ordered James to bring Mr. Collins in for questioning. When confronted with the evidence, Collins broke down and confessed. He had poisoned Mr. Thompson's drink during their argument, knowing it would cause a delayed heart attack. He had returned to the mansion to ensure his plan had worked, not realizing the mirror would capture his reflection. With the case solved, Sarah felt a sense of satisfaction. Her silent witness, the mirror, had revealed the truth. As she left the mansion, she couldn't help but glance back at the mirror, grateful for its unexpected help. Vocabulary notes. Suspicious. Definition. Arousing or likely to arouse suspicion. Questionable. Example from the story. It all started on a rainy Tuesday evening when she received a call about a suspicious death at the old mansion on Elm Street. Similar words. Doubtful. Questionable. Dubious. Mansion. Definition. A large, impressive house. Example from the story. The mansion had a dark history, and the locals believed it was haunted. Similar words. Estate. manner, residence. Grimace, definition, an ugly, twisted expression on a person's face, typically expressing disgust, pain, or wry amusement. Example from the story: his face was twisted in a grimace of pain, and his hand clutched his chest. Similar words: scowl, frown, sneer. Instincts, definition, an innate, typically fixed pattern of behavior in animals in response to certain stimuli. Example from the story: it looked like a heart attack, but Sarah's instincts told her otherwise. Similar words: intuition, gut feeling, hunch. Ornate, definition, made in an intricate shape or decorated with complex patterns. Example from the story: the study was filled with antique furniture, books, and a large ornate mirror on the wall. Similar words: elaborate, decorated, embellished. Smudge, definition, a blurred or smeared mark on the surface of something. Example from the story: there was a faint smudge on the glass, as if someone had touched it recently. Similar words: stain, blot, smear. Retrieve, definition, get or bring something back from somewhere. Example from the story: she took out her phone and called the tech team to retrieve the footage. Similar words: recover, reclaim, fetch. Embezzling, definition, steal or misappropriate money placed in one's trust or belonging to the organization for which one works. Example from the story: Mr. Thompson accused him of embezzling funds. Similar words: misappropriating, pilfering, defrauding. Reflection, definition, the throwing back by a body or surface of light, heat, or sound without absorbing it. Example from the story: but what caught her attention was the reflection in the mirror. Similar words: image, likeness, representation. Confessed, definition, admit or state that one has committed a crime or is at fault in some way. Example from the story: when confronted with the evidence, Colin broke down and confessed. Similar words: admitted, acknowledged, revealed. Story written by Copilot AI. Image created by Copilot AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.
Hello, this is Steve. If you enjoyed this story, please would you take the time to leave a meaningful comment and click on the like icon. If you want to know when the next story has been uploaded, please click on the notify bell icon to be notified. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tell your English learning friends so they can benefit too. Thank you.